Yeah.
So much is so that 20 Minutes picked it up because a guy in San Diego copied the same thing, and then it went national. So we got all this popularity, and
So you spearheaded the effort.
yes, yes. So we ended up in Phoenix, DC, Chicago,
Wow.
Connecticut, Atlanta, California. We didn't go to California, but somebody bought the information and went and did a tour in California. So we were all over the papers and everything, and we thought we had some $20 million idea that Countrywide was going to buy, and it never happened.
What's countrywide?
Exactly, exactly. We had an opportunity to. A guy in Texas flew us down. He wanted to buy our company. He flew us down, uh, put us up in a hotel, wined and dined us. He wanted to buy our company to partner with his company because he was selling foreclosure lists. That's when foreclosure lists were real popular back then.
Yeah.
And he wanted to put the people who bought the list on the bus with the tours, a happy marriage. So he made us an offer, mid six figures. We're thinking, he's lowballing us. He's going to turn around and sell it for $10 million somewhere. So we said no.
Yeah.
So looking back on it now, since there's no Countrywide and half all the other banks are gone that we thought that was going to buy us because they had all these foreclosures, we should have took the money
They
and
do say, I think this holds true. Your first offer is usually your best offer.
yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
maybe
So
I don't know. Although I will say one instance where that has not been the case. We had a brand new spec home for sale. One of the houses that my dad and I built together in Flagstaff, and it was a big house. It was about 5,000 square feet, gorgeous property, and we had somebody come along and made an offer, and they lowballed us, and they wanted us to make all these changes to this brand new house, and my dad said no. So we finished the house. We put it for sale for about 50,000 higher than we had initially put it for sale, and ended up selling it for asking price. So sometimes it does work where you end up
yes,
getting. So
yeah,
it's that even balance. How long do you hold out for, and what do you do to get the best price?
yeah. We had a name, an idea, but that was it. It was a fad at its best, and just we rode it for as long as we could for about 4 months, and
Yeah,
that was it. But let's talk about how I see you got your WordPress site looks good.
yeah. Thank you.
Your social media as well. You got your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Let's
YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that. You got some 23 videos up on YouTube, and
yeah.
and I'm pretty surprised. I think maybe I thought you would probably have maybe one or two, but you really have taken hold of some of the
Yeah.
social media stuff. And let's talk about that a little bit. What was the idea behind that?
So I feel like the best way to get to know people is face to face, and I have had a lot of luck and good fortune to have kind of rebranded myself after the market shift as an internet expert. And I part of that came into play with some software that I came across when I was just kind of finishing up helping dad out with the pizza place and looking to get back into the real estate market. I knew that I was going to have to make a big change to be successful again, because the days of people visiting my website, showing up from out of town later that week and buying a house that weekend were long gone.
Hmm.
And I knew that the incubation period was going to be a lot longer, and people were going to require a lot more of a kind touch, and a lot more of a steady system that I needed to put in place to communicate with people and convert people from just being an internet lead to a client. And so I had some really great experience with some wonderful partners in the first few years that I lived in California. I was the team concierge, and I acted as the first point of contact for every lead that we got online. And then my business partners would meet with the clients and take them around, show them properties, help them write an offer, and all the way through the close of escrow, complete the transaction. And it worked out really well. It kind of was a specialization of services, much like an assembly line. But if you're going to be successful on a large scale, you really need to specialize. And that is kind of the format that we took on. So getting into California real estate now over the last few years, I knew that I had tons of experience in real estate, but I was basically starting from scratch. I had no brand awareness. I had no prior experience. I didn't have a sphere of influence. I dropped myself into a market where I knew nobody, and I now had to make a name for myself. And I'm pretty confident in what I bring to the table. I feel like I have a great core set of values that I wanted to be able to share with people. And I felt like if I could just get in front of people and show them who I am, then something about my message would resonate with somebody, and that I would find the kind of people that I wanted to work with because I'm the kind of person they want to work with. And what a great opportunity YouTube is. We've got a free service here where I can share my message in any capacity and tell people exactly what my value proposition is, and it gives them the opportunity to reach out to me if they feel like that's something they connect with. And so I also found that there was a large gap in between the actual experience of buying a house, especially after the market shift, and the level of education that people had about it. So one of the series of videos that I created is called 6 Simple Steps for Purchasing a Home. And I thought, all right, we need to do something to simplify the process of purchasing a home. Whether people have purchased a home in the past or they are brand new home buyers, the process has changed a lot in the last few years. And so I really wanted to simplify that process and make it really transparent and easy for people to approach.
So how do they get that?
The videos are on my YouTube channel.
Right.
It's youtube.com/thedialdominic. And I have a playlist there called 6 Simple Steps to Purchasing a Home. Each of the videos is very short. They range from about 1.5 minutes to the top one is maybe 4 or 5 minutes long. And it just really helps people to understand how I work, what I can do for them, their protections in the purchase agreement, how the process of buying a house works, what escrow is, what close of escrow does. Everything about buying a house is simplified and put on that site right there for people to see.
Tell me this, how does one find that? Do you say, hey, go here first?
Sure. So I have dialdominic.com, which is my hub. My website it has every different opportunity. So if you go to my dialdominic.com website, you can actually click on the For Buyers page, and then actually on the home page there is a section right in the center that has the YouTube videos that you can watch immediately from there. But if you go to the buyers page on the Dial Dominic site, you can download my free buyer package, which is a PDF document, and in that I outline my 6 simple steps to purchasing a home. And I also share the real estate agency document and a document that we call the trust agreement. That is the document that is the foundation of the company that I work with. It's called Partners Trust. And basically the summation of that document is we believe that the level of service that we provide and the just the trust that you have in us is going to be completely, our needs are going to be met by taking care of your needs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really kind of the core of who we are. We are not salespeople. We are here to help our clients with the acquisition and disposal of properties that are, it's a business for them. It's oftentimes it's their largest asset that they'll ever deal with. And I'm not attached to selling somebody a house, and I'm sure not gonna twist somebody's arm into buying a $4 or $5 million property. I'm here to help educate people and to help them achieve their goals. And I have zero attachment to making them do something. I'm here to do something for their good. And if I get in escrow with somebody and we find that the property has a lot of problems and it looks like a house that is not going to be the best situation, I would much rather recommend that they back out of that transaction and we find them a different property. I'm looking for lifelong relationships with people that know that they can trust me and come back to me over and over again and send their friends to me.
I was going to say that transparency will allow them to send their friends to you.
Yeah. I feel like that has really played very well in the level of enjoyment that I have with working with the people that I work with. And over the last year especially, it has brought me a larger scale of referral business. And I now primarily work with people that have been sent to me by past clients. And
Excellent.
It's pretty wonderful.
That's what you want. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this now. You said, let's say, for instance, a home is not looking like it's what they want. Maybe there's something wrong with the foundation.
Sure.
Is all this found out during the inspection? And
Sure.
is
So
the offer based on the contingency of the inspection results?
There is a due diligence period where the property buyer has the opportunity